Hey everyone, continue doing part two after I finish loading it. um, so, continue with regards to figure. So we talk about genetic bone structures. Now, what are we looking for? We're looking for a healthy athlete. And guys or girls, we're always looking for that healthy look. If you look like you're very toxic, drained, tired out, like half dead, okay, that's not a healthy athlete. Like, your skin tells it all, like, what happened to your skin and stuff like that, especially as a female athlete or men's physique even. Okay, in those categories, you gotta look presentable. Like I said, if you're gonna be in a magazine or looking for sponsorship or however, so you want to be look presentable. Okay, so health, of course, is definitely very important, and it is part of your package completion is to look healthy on stage. Okay, even though it's very draining, very tired, but you still, it's part of the criteria, part of your job, how you represent yourself, okay, on stage. So, skin condition, very important, the healthiness of your look, like, overall, it generates, like, how your stage features will just pop out, okay? Now, next thing, let's talk about tan, okay? 2015, I see a lot of girls, some reason, maybe I described this in bikini previously as well on the review. Some girls comes out gray, some girl comes out like, green. Well, it's sort of like, about like our body reaction, the chemical that we naturally produces, like, comes out of our pores and skin, okay? How it reacts to certain tanners and stuff like that. So prior to shows, experiment a little bit with it and see how your skin, like, when it perspire or like, like how start sweating, however, so see how it reacts to it. Okay, consult with people, tanners, consult with coaches, okay, to make sure you don't come out too light, too dark, okay, and also, like, turning green or gray, okay. If you got such a great physique, I've seen it before, and you come out gray or you're not dark enough, it just doesn't pop the feature, okay, doesn't complete the package. Suit wise, figure girls, of course, like, like, just like any other female athlete, okay, you get to bling out your suit, okay, but be very careful. You're under those bright stage light shining down on you. If you bling out your suit so hard, okay, those lights just gonna glare off you that I can't even see your physique. So really, I'm not gonna spend, if you're on a lineup of 25, 30 girls or even 40 girls in provincial, who knows, how are we supposed to see the physique we're looking for? Suit, it's important because, you gotta go to suit maker, make sure it suits you, how high the size sits, make sure it's a proper V, make sure the material's not too big where it looks like a diaper in the front or the back. Okay, I've seen that. And it has to conform you. A suit can make a difference between where it helps your physique to either stretch the midsection longer or it can make you look too short and stubby. Okay, so you really got to test out, spend time with a suit maker, consult with people. Okay, don't just go for suit. Oh my god, so and so is wearing that suit, so I want to buy that suit, look like that. I'm sorry, is your bone structure built like that? Is your muscle built like that? Do you pose like that? Like, everything has to be tailored to you. Everything in the sport is custom, is tailored. Okay, so consult with people about suit, how it's supposed to sit properly. Okay, just like the top, the back of it, how the string comes down. Okay, everything affects it all. Okay, and the back, of course, must follow regulation. Most of the time, we don't have problem with, like, figure girls having too small of a rear bottom, but still be careful, bikini bite, and ensure that it does pass regulation. If not, then I'm sorry, you better hope that you have a second suit to go with it. Okay, and keep it classy, of course. And just because you have less material doesn't mean you win. I mentioned this before. Too little material, and if your glutes are not tight and small enough, it's only going to make it bigger and wider. And when you compare that glute width, where I'm sitting looking upward, the ratio, if I may see the size of your glutes this wide and your shoulder this small. That's not figure. Figure is big top, big shoulder, wide, tapered down nicely, very feminine. Okay? So remember that. Not smaller material, the better. The amount of material has to suit your physique to make you look better in the rear view. Balance is the key. Okay? And the next thing I'm going to talk about, it's posing. Okay? I don't want to leave that last. In 2015, what I've seen in regards to posing, okay, so there's a lot of shrugging. I think that's from being too tense, too, nervous. Okay, so practice a lot of posing to make it more natural. Okay, the minute you're not comfortable doing in front of strangers in your little suits. Okay, that's what happens. You tense up, or somebody tells you shrug your heart, or someone tells you stiffen up, flex hard. Okay, go with a posing coach. Not just your boyfriend, not just your family member, okay, someone that knows the sport. But if your boyfriend happens to be competing and he really knows it, okay, then of course a second eye will help. But film yourself, okay, and check out every feature from top to bottom, head to toe. Judge yourself. What doesn't seem right, okay? Because we're sitting 10 feet away from me, we can see everything. I keep mentioning that. All right, next thing, fingers. Stop stiffening up like this. You're not a cowboy, you're not holding a gun, okay? And this looks awkward. Let it dangle, okay? Let it dangle, tuck your thumbs in. There's many, of course, everybody's fingers slightly different, but your hands are just there, okay? But then again, this is because people are nervous, or this, scooping water, okay? Practice, practice. Make it natural, relaxing, effortless. Okay, pleasant to look at. Now, don't look. See, some people. Okay, gotta look natural. Smile. Okay, make it effortless. Shaking, posing shake. 2015, a lot of shaking. What does that tell me? You're not practicing, because it's muscle endurance. Okay, you could be nervous up here, but then again, your body has to react to it. But if your body's naturally relaxed where it can tolerate the pain, the dryness, the dehydration, okay, the depletion, however so, okay, which it should be able to on stage, the heat, okay, then really you shouldn't shake. Okay, don't shake. You set into your pose, and that's it. Another thing, control your breathing. Okay. Seeing side view, it's the worst. Stomach in and out, in and out. Chest rising. Film yourself. Watch yourself. Okay? Alright. Then, opening your lats. Seems that a lot of figure girls have a problem opening their lats. Practice, practice. But then at the same time, it's muscle control, but then at the same time, it could be maybe you need treatment, so it's not opening up left and right equally. Everything has to balance. Okay? Don't over twist on your side pose and stuff like that, okay? And don't over lean when you're facing the back of the stage. You're trying to push your glutes a little bit to get rid of the bum smile, which is good, but not too much. And just because your bum is out doesn't mean you're a stiff stick tilting forward, okay? Your back should be able to tilt back so where you're upright. Because if you're like this, the light shining on top and that's your back, it's just going to glare with the glaze on it. Okay, so that's why we can't see the detail. And don't tell us, oh, I got details. But okay, what happened when we make that call at that moment? Were you able to show us? That is the question. Okay, so shoulder width, a lot of missing belt caps. Should be nicely rounded. Okay, not like striated, conditioned, or whatever. Even the whole body, all conditioned, front and back, left and right. Okay, from the legs to everywhere should be equal condition. Nowhere should be leaner than other. Okay, not like one part is striated, the other part, it's just lean. The other part, it's more like not in shape yet. Okay, equal condition. Okay, you shouldn't have striations, of course, but at the same time, it should be very nicely defined separations, not extremely deep. Okay, but you should be able to see that's the separation between where the side delt and the bicep, okay, all that kind of separations, okay, but no striations, okay, and of course, like, not over veins everywhere and stuff like that. You're not a physique girl, okay, you're not a female bodybuilder, okay. And posture, make sure you're upright, okay, don't shrug, okay, don't slouch, okay. Transition between poses. What I found a lot this year is that a lot of people are not practicing the transition. Your front, side, back pose may be great, all your quarter turns, fantastic, even quarter stance, okay, but you gotta have a good transition to really impress to stand out in the middle of the crowd, okay. It presents how much work you put in. The transition should be smooth, graceful, feminine, okay, so pay attention to those, okay. And please get, consult with people who knows how to pose, okay. Not everyone can pose you as a female. Not saying that it has to be a girl. Guys, there's guys out there, coaches, okay, that can actually teach you how to pose. It's about knowing how to explain to you and allow you to absorb that information and process and be able to perform it, okay. So it's not a guy or girl thing, but what's important is that they can actually show you, okay, how to cater to what you need, according to your physique build, okay. It's custom everything, remember that, okay. From the way you turn your head, how you place your finger, how you swing your arms, your shoulders, how you swing your hip out, okay. Should you lock your knees, okay, all that stuff, okay. Feet is not apart, okay, because then you have a big thigh gap. It's like, you move the top, but then what happened to the bottom? It's like you're stuck in bikini mode or something, okay. So be sure to pay attention to those things. All right, here's the end of part 2. Okay, part 3 coming up.